So if you didn't already know, the dev team for Lords of the Fallen had put out a roadmap a little while ago, and on it they showed us many beautiful features being added to the future of this game, one of them actually being new spells, and oh boy have they finally arrived, so much sooner than I thought they actually would have. So obviously today I'll be showing off all the locations of how to get all these 6 new spells, but before we get into the rest of the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content related to Lords of the Fallen. Anyways, getting right into it, let's start with the Tolling spell. This spell summons a bell on your head, and after 3 taps you let out an AoE attack that honestly does some pretty meh damage in an area around you while knocking back your opponent. The way you get this spell is by killing the bellhead enemies, and if you come here to the Abbey of the Hollowed Sisters, follow this path up that I'm showing you now on screen, you will eventually get to this spot where you will put down a vestige seed, and right over this balcony is one of the said bellheads. And then once you kill him enough times, he will finally drop you the Tolling spell. I got it from another bellhead dude in a different area, but this spot is just so much better because of the second spell we can actually get. That one being the Vortex of Torment. If you just turn around here and go back slightly from the path you followed up to get here, one of the enemies we actually already passed is the one that drops the spell. She is just standing out in the open right over here, and then you can just kill her and then take that spell off of her dying corpse. As for this spell, it sends out a vortex of spinning thorns and light, doing some pretty decent damage and leaving behind an AoE pool that damages those who stand in it over time as well. For the next spell, we will need to go to the Hoist vestige in the Sunless Skein. This spell that we are going to be going for this time is called Blistering Salvo. From this vestige, if you have already been through this area, you can just follow this way that I'm going, and you will find this long tunnel with these enemies that you've seen quite often at the start of the game called these proselytes, I believe. After downing him a couple of times and getting this spell sends out a bunch of red needle-like projectiles in a shotgun spread attack that do some kinda low okay damage, but they don't cost too much mana and they apply burning, so it's actually pretty decent. And for the next spell, we will need to go to Upper Calrath Vestige. Here, if we go out the door and to the right, and enter into Umbral, we can actually go up this ladder and kill this infernal enchantress that will drop the spell known as Rising Fire. This spell summons out a couple of balls of fire around a target, and they do hit for some pretty good damage. But if the target is moving, they will just kind of walk right past them, so it can be kind of annoying. The next spell to get will be called Pallid Bile. To get it, you're gonna need to go kill an enemy, and we're gonna have to start off here at the Bellroom Vestige. Proceed like you're going through this area, follow what is going on screen right now. It's literally just a little while past this. But once you get here, you can place a vestige seed and then instantly go into the Umbral. If you run this way and drop off this plank right here ahead, you can do a drop attack. Right here is one of those butterfly creatures that you can just instantly one-shot and eventually unlock your Pallid Bile spell. Funny enough, this spell is actually kind of insane. It does a ton of damage while insta-proccing poison too, so your damage output with this spell could be very, very high. And, of course, for the final spell, we are going to get this one called the Septic Heave spell. Go here to the Forsaken Fen Vestige and kill these tiny dudes who shoot poison at you. There are about 3 of them in this area, and eventually killing them, they will get you to drop the spell. This spell lobs out 3 poison balls doing physical damage to the target while also applying poison to the enemy. The damage is low, but so is the cost, so using this to range an enemy and then just to get off that extra poison proc, it's actually not necessarily a bad idea to use it this way. And that's going to do it for this video. I am already super stoked that just over a little over a month of this game's release, they have already implemented 2 new event quests and now 6 new spells. The devs of this game clearly really are trying their best whenever it comes to adding in new content to this game, and honestly, I can really respect it. Anyways, I'm going to head out now everyone, so thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these 6 new spells. Do you think that they are really cool, or do you think that they're kind of lame just because these spells were already in the game for NPCs and now they just gave it to us as like placeholders basically? But I'm honestly stoked. Let me know what you guys think, and have a good one. Peace.